Hey everyone, welcome back to Go English. I'm Mizu.
And I'm Lucas. It's great to have you here.
Hey Lucas, before we start, how was your weekend?
Oh, it was actually really nice. I drove back to my hometown and spent a couple of days with my family.
Oh, that's nice. Did everyone get together?
Pretty much. My parents were there, my sister came over with her kids, and honestly, the house was loud from the moment I walked in.
That sounds exactly like a family gathering.
It really does. Lots of food, lots of stories, and everybody talking at the same time.
I love that. So what did you do besides eating?
Well, mostly eating. No, seriously, we went for a walk, played some board games, and just caught up. It reminded me that I don't see them as often as I'd like.
Yeah, I know that feeling. My family lives in a different city too, so whenever we get together, it feels special.
Exactly. And, family is one of those topics that comes up all the time in conversations.
That's true. People ask things like, do you have any brothers or sisters? Are you close to your family? Who do you spend the holidays with?
And here's the funny thing. Most English learners already know words like mother, father, brother, and sister.
But then someone asks, so tell me about your family.
And suddenly,
Your brain goes completely blank.
exactly, you know the vocabulary, but you don't know what to say next.
So today we're going to fix that.
We'll share 50 real English sentences that native speakers actually use when talking about family.
And don't worry, we're not doing this like a textbook.
No complicated grammar lessons,
No boring memorization.
just a natural conversation between friends.
So grab a coffee, relax, and let's talk about family.
And if you enjoy natural English lessons like this, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Go English family.
Let's go.
The city just keeps moving, doesn't it?
The city just keeps moving, doesn't it?
You know, Lucas, whenever I meet someone new, one of the first things they ask is, tell me about your family. And honestly, it's such a simple question, but sometimes people don't know how to answer it in English.
That's true. People know words like mother, father, brother, sister, but when it's time to actually talk about their family, their mind suddenly goes blank. Human brains are fascinating. They store thousands of song lyrics, but forget basic sentences when needed.
That's so true. So let's just have a normal conversation today. Lucas, tell me about your family.
Sure. Well, I come from a small family. There are 4 people in my family. My mom, my dad, my sister, and me.
Oh, that's actually pretty similar to a lot of families. So you're not an only child.
Nope, I have 1 brother and 1 sister. My brother is older than me, and my sister is younger.
So you're the middle child.
Exactly, the forgotten child, the family sandwich. Nobody talks about the struggles of middle children.
I'm pretty sure millions of middle children are agreeing with you right now. As for me, I come from a big family. Not huge, but definitely bigger than yours.
Really? How many people?
Well, if we're talking about my immediate family, there are several of us, and I'm actually the youngest child in my family.
Really? That explains a lot.
Lucas, what exactly does that explain?
The energy, the excitement, the way you can start talking about one thing and somehow end up talking about 5 different things. Youngest children seem to have unlimited energy.
I don't know if that's true, but my family definitely says I talk too much.
Families are very good at reminding us of things we'd rather not hear.
That's true. But honestly, we're a very close family. Even when we're busy, we stay in touch.
I like that. My family is pretty close too. The funny thing is, my family lives in different cities now, so we don't see each other every week.
I think a lot of people can relate to that. When we're young, everybody lives together. Then school happens, work happens, life happens.
Exactly. And suddenly everybody is spread out all over the place.
What about your parents? Do they still live where you grew up?
Yes, my parents still live in my hometown. Same neighborhood, same house. Actually, I think they know every neighbor within a 5-mile radius.
Parents somehow know everybody. It's like a secret superpower.
What about your family? Do they all live near each other?
Not really. Some relatives live nearby, but several family members live in different cities too. So family gatherings are always a big event.
Those are the best. Food, stories, the same embarrassing childhood stories told the 100th time.
And somehow they get funnier every year.
Or more embarrassing every year. Depends on who's telling them.
Fair point. Okay, before we continue, let's quickly review something important. Don't try to memorize every sentence you've heard today. Instead, focus on the patterns.
Exactly. Think of these patterns as building blocks. Once you learn the structure, you can create your own sentences naturally.
I come from. That's the pattern. For example, now listen to a few examples. I come from a small family. I come from a big family. I come from a family of 5. I come from a very close family.
Now think about your own family. How would you finish that sentence? I come from.
Here's another pattern. There are people in my family. There are 3 people in my family. There are 4 people in my family. There are 7 people in my family.
Easy, right? Just change the number and the sentence becomes yours.
Next pattern. I have. I have 1 brother. I have 2 sisters. I have an older brother and a younger sister. I have 3 siblings.
And if you don't have brothers or sisters, you can simply say, I don't have any siblings.
Another useful pattern. My family. My family lives in Brisbane. My family lives in different cities. My family is very supportive. My family gets together every holiday.
Notice what's happening. You're not learning dozens of separate sentences. You're learning a few powerful patterns that can help you create hundreds of sentences about your own life.
And that's one of the fastest ways to improve your English. Learn the pattern, make it personal, use it in real conversations.
So as you listen today, don't just repeat our examples. Take each pattern and create your own version.
You know, Lucas, when we're kids, our parents seem like superheroes.
And then we become teenagers. And suddenly we think our parents know absolutely nothing.
Exactly. It's like every teenager wakes up one morning and thinks, that's it, I know everything now.
And then 10 years later, you realize your parents were right about way more things than you wanted to admit.
Not everything.
Not everything. Let's not give parents too much power.
Fair. But honestly, I learned a lot from my parents, especially as I got older. Some lessons didn't make sense when I was 15. They make perfect sense now.
I know exactly what you mean. My parents have always encouraged me to try new things, even when I wasn't very confident.
That's such a gift, having someone believe in you before you believe in yourself.
Absolutely. And my mother is very supportive. Whenever something goes wrong, she's usually the first person I call.
Aw, that's sweet.
Don't tell anyone I said that. I have a reputation to protect.
Too late, the internet heard it.
Well, what about your parents? What's one thing you admire about them?
My parents worked very hard when I was growing up, and honestly, I didn't fully understand that when I was a child.
Same. When you're young, you just assume everything magically appears. Food appears, electricity appears, the bills somehow get paid.
Exactly. Then you become an adult and suddenly you're staring at a bill thinking, oh.
Now I understand.
Right. And my mom taught me to be kind, not just to friends, to everybody, even people you don't know.
That's a valuable lesson. My dad taught me to be responsible, and I hated hearing that word when I was younger. Responsible, responsible, responsible.
Parents love that word.
They really do, but now I appreciate it. It's helped me a lot in life.
You know what else changes as we get older? The way we talk to our parents.
That's true. When I was younger, I'd sometimes go days without calling. Now, I talk to my parents almost every day.
Almost every day?
Well, sometimes it's a short call. Sometimes it's 5 minutes. Sometimes it's, did you eat? Yes. Okay. End of conversation.
Honestly, that's still quality family communication.
Exactly. What about you?
I try to spend more time with my parents now, because when you're younger, you always think you'll have plenty of time later.
That's such a good point. Life gets busy, work gets busy, everybody gets busy.
And then one day you realize how valuable those simple moments are. Just sitting together, talking, having dinner, listening to the same stories you've heard 100 times.
The stories somehow get longer every year.
And more detailed.
Much more detailed.
But honestly, I'm grateful for everything they've done for me.
Me too. No family is perfect, no parent is perfect, but when I look back, I see how much effort they put into helping us grow.
And I think that's something many of us appreciate even more as we get older.
Definitely.
All right, let's quickly review some of the sentences we've used so far.
And while you're listening, don't just repeat them. Think about how you could make each sentence true for you. Exactly. Let's go.
The first, my mother is... That's the pattern. Listen to a few examples. My mother is very supportive. My mother is very patient. My mother is a great listener. My mother is very hardworking.
And you can do the same thing with my father. My father has a great sense of humor. My father is very calm. My father loves gardening. My father enjoys cooking.
Here's another useful pattern. My parents have always... Examples. My parents have always encouraged me. My parents have always supported me. My parents have always believed in me. My parents have always helped me.
Notice how easy it is to personalize that pattern. Just change the last few words.
Next pattern. I learned from my parents. I learned a lot from my parents. I learned patience from my parents. I learned honesty from my parents. I learned the value of hard work from my parents.
Here's another one. My mom taught me to... My mom taught me to be kind. My mom taught me to be patient. My mom taught me to help others. My mom taught me to never give up.
And similarly, my dad taught me to... My dad taught me to be responsible. My dad taught me to work hard. My dad taught me to stay positive. My dad taught me to solve problems.
Now let's look at a very practical everyday pattern. I talk to my parents. I talk to my parents almost every day. I talk to my parents every weekend. I talk to my parents once a week. I talk to my parents whenever I can.
And one more. I try to spend more time with my parents. I try to call my parents regularly. I try to visit my parents more often. I try to help my parents whenever possible.
Notice what's happening again. You're not learning 20 different sentences. You're learning a handful of flexible patterns.
Then you fill those patterns with your own experiences. That's how real conversations work.
Learn the pattern, make it personal, use it in real life. That's where real English begins.
You know, Lucas, can I ask you something?
That sounds dangerous already. Go ahead.
Did you fight with your siblings when you were younger?
Constantly. Sometimes over very important things.
Like what?
Who touched the TV remote? Who ate the last cookie? Who sat in the good seat in the car? You know, serious international conflicts.
Family diplomacy is difficult.
Very difficult. The United Nations should study siblings. They might learn something.
Honestly, though, I think a lot of people can relate to that. When you're kids, everything feels like a competition.
Exactly. For example, my brother is older than me, and when we were younger, he acted like being older automatically made him wiser.
Did it?
Not even a little.
I'm sure he'd disagree.
Oh, absolutely. If he's watching this right now, he's probably preparing a speech.
What about your sister?
My sister is younger than me, and growing up, she somehow got away with things that I never could.
That's how younger siblings survive. It's a skill.
You would know. You're the youngest child.
Fair point.
The funny thing is, we used to argue all the time. Not every day, but often enough.
What did you argue about?
Nothing important and somehow everything important.
That's the most sibling answer ever.
1 minute you're arguing about a cookie, the next minute you're defending each other against the entire world.
That's actually true, because despite all the arguments, we get along really well now.
Same here. I think adulthood changes things. You stop competing and start appreciating each other.
Exactly. My sibling is one of my best friends now, which would have shocked both of us when we were younger.
I know what you mean. When you're 12, you can't imagine saying that.
Never.
Another funny thing is that siblings can be completely different. My brother and I have very different personalities. He's much more outgoing than I am.
Really? I thought you were pretty outgoing.
Only after coffee. Before coffee, I'm basically a houseplant.
That's fair. My sister and I are different too. We enjoy different things, we think differently, but somehow we still understand each other.
And that's what makes families interesting. You don't have to be the same to be close.
Exactly. Although some siblings look incredibly similar, people are always surprised when they see my cousin and her sister together. They look a lot alike.
I know siblings like that. You see them and immediately know they're related.
Meanwhile, some siblings look completely different.
Family genetics are doing whatever they want.
Very true. Do you see your siblings often these days?
Not really. We don't see each other very often. Life gets busy, work gets busy, everybody has schedules.
Same here. Sometimes weeks go by faster than I expect.
But even when we don't meet often, we always support each other. That's never changed.
I love that, because that's what really matters.
Exactly. And no matter how much time passes, we share a lot of childhood memories.
That's one of my favorite things. Nobody remembers your childhood quite like your siblings do.
And unfortunately, they remember all the embarrassing parts.
Especially the embarrassing parts.
Those memories somehow survive forever.
Family members never delete old files.
Never. Their storage is unlimited.
You know, Lucas, something interesting happened in that conversation. We didn't memorize a bunch of complicated English. We mostly used simple patterns and added personal details.
Exactly. Let's pull out a few patterns and play with them a little.
Here's one. My brother is... Listen to how many different sentences you can build. My brother is older than me. My brother is younger than me. My brother is very funny. My brother is a teacher. My brother is really outgoing.
Same idea with my sister is. My sister is younger than me. My sister is older than me. My sister is very creative. My sister is studying at university. My sister is great at cooking.
Here's another pattern that people use all the time. We used to argue all the time. We used to play together every day. We used to share a room. We used to watch cartoons after school.
That's a fantastic pattern because it helps you talk about the past naturally. Now listen to this one. We get along. We get along really well now. We get along pretty well. We don't always get along. We get along better than before.
Here's another useful structure. We have very different personalities. We have similar interests. We have the same sense of humor. We have a lot in common.
And if you're talking about support, try this. We always support each other. We always help each other. We always stay in touch. We always celebrate holidays together.
One more pattern that I really like. We share a lot of childhood memories. We share many interests. We share the same hobbies. We share a lot of family traditions.
Notice what makes these patterns powerful. The first half stays the same. You only change a few words at the end.
That's why English becomes easier over time. You stop thinking about individual sentences. You start thinking in patterns.
And then those patterns become your own. Not Mizu's, not mine, yours.
So after this lesson, try talking about your real brothers, sisters, cousins, or even close friends. Take the patterns and make them fit your life. That's where the best speaking practice happens. Lucas, you know what I was thinking about the other day?
That sentence always worries me a little. What were you thinking about?
Childhood memories. I saw an old photo album and suddenly lost an hour of my life.
Photos do that. You look at one picture and suddenly you're traveling 20 years into the past.
Exactly. And it reminded me how much time families spend together when we're growing up.
That's true. We spent a lot of time together growing up. At the time, it felt normal. Now, when I look back, I realize how much those little moments mattered.
Same here. And honestly, I have many happy childhood memories. Not because everything was perfect, just because there were so many simple moments that made life feel good.
I think that's what people remember most. Not the expensive things, not the fancy things, just ordinary moments.
Exactly. Like family vacations. Did your family travel much when you were a kid?
Not constantly, but we used to take family trips every year. Nothing extravagant, sometimes just a road trip, sometimes a nearby town. But when you're a kid, every trip feels like an adventure.
That's so true. When you're 8 years old, even a 2-hour drive feels like crossing a continent.
Exactly. And somehow, snacks become the most important part of the journey.
Snacks are always the most important part.
A universal truth.
Speaking of family traditions, did your family eat together often?
Very often. We often had family dinners. And looking back, I think that's where most conversations happened.
Same. You sit down planning to eat for 20 minutes, and somehow you're still talking an hour later.
Or arguing.
Or arguing.
Sometimes both.
Definitely both.
And every family dinner seemed to include at least one story that everyone had already heard 100 times.
The famous family stories. Those stories never retire.
Never. They get repeated forever.
You know who told the best stories in my family? My grandparents.
Same here. My grandparents played a big role in my life. They were some of the most important people in my childhood.
I feel exactly the same. When I think about patience, kindness, and wisdom, I immediately think of my grandparents.
There's something special about grandparents. They somehow have more time, more stories, and usually more snacks.
Definitely more snacks.
Did you visit relatives often when you were young?
All the time. I loved visiting my relatives, especially during school holidays. It felt like a mini adventure every time.
Same. And every relative seemed to have a completely different personality.
That's what made it fun.
What about holidays? Were holidays a big deal in your family?
Absolutely. We celebrated holidays together whenever possible. Birthdays, special occasions, family gatherings, those were always exciting.
Same here. Looking back, those events helped keep everyone connected.
You know, when people talk about family, they often focus on what their family did, but I think what's more important is what their family taught them.
I agree. My family taught me important values. Things like honesty, respect, responsibility, looking after other people.
Those lessons stay with you forever, even when you don't realize it at the time.
Exactly. And when I think about my childhood as a whole, one thing stands out. My childhood was full of love.
I love that sentence, because it doesn't mean life was perfect. It just means you felt cared for.
That's a beautiful way to put it.
And honestly, when I look back now, those memories are very special to me.
Me too. The older I get, the more I appreciate those simple moments.
The conversations, the holidays, the family dinners, the road trips.
The people.
The people.
Because in the end, that's what makes memories meaningful. Mizu, something interesting about today's conversation is that we spent most of the time talking about memories. And when people talk about memories, they often recycle the same sentence patterns again and again.
Exactly. Let's look at a few of them. Not to memorize them, just to notice how they're built.
For example, we spent a lot of time. We spent a lot of time together growing up. We spent a lot of time playing outside. We spent a lot of time with our grandparents. We spent a lot of time traveling together.
Here's another one. I have many happy childhood memories. I have many great memories from school. I have many funny memories with my cousins. I have many wonderful memories from my hometown.
Notice how easy that is. You keep the structure, you change the details.
Here's a very useful pattern for talking about the past. We used to. We used to take family trips. We used to play games together. We used to watch movies every weekend. We used to visit my grandparents every summer.
And here's one that works for family traditions. We often had family dinners. We often visited relatives. We often celebrated birthdays together. We often spent weekends outdoors.
Here's another one. My grandparents. My grandparents played a big role in my life. My grandparents lived nearby. My grandparents taught me a lot. My grandparents loved telling stories.
You can do the same thing with my family taught me. My family taught me important values. My family taught me to work hard. My family taught me to be kind. My family taught me to respect others.
And here's a beautiful pattern for talking about memories. Those memories are very special to me. Those memories are unforgettable. Those memories still make me smile. Those memories mean a lot to me.
See what's happening? We're not building complicated English. We're mostly combining simple patterns with personal experiences.
That's why talking about your life is such great speaking practice. You already know the information, you just need the language.
So after this lesson, try sharing one childhood memory with someone, even a simple one. You might be surprised how much English you already can use.
And you might discover a few memories you haven't thought about in years. You know, Lucas, after talking about childhood memories, family trips, grandparents, and all those old stories, I keep thinking about something.
What's that, Mizu?
How much families change over time. When you're a kid, family is basically your entire world.
That's true. You see them every day, you eat together, you spend holidays together, and then adulthood arrives and suddenly everyone's schedule becomes a disaster.
That's probably the most accurate description of adulthood I've ever heard.
Thank you. Years of professional experience.
But even though life gets busy, my family means a lot to me, actually. Probably more now than when I was younger.
I understand that. When we're young, we sometimes take family for granted because they're always there. As we get older, we start appreciating them more.
Exactly. And honestly, I enjoy spending time with my family. Not because we do anything exciting. Sometimes we're just sitting around talking.
Or eating. Most family activities somehow involve food.
That's true. Food is doing a lot of work in family relationships.
It really is. The funny thing is, even though my family lives in different places now, we try to stay connected.
Same here. I think a lot of families are like that nowadays. People move for work, people move for school, people move for life.
And somehow everyone ends up in different cities.
How does your family stay in touch?
Well, like millions of other families on Earth, we have a family group chat.
Of course you do.
I think every family has one, and every family group chat has at least one person who sends good morning messages every day.
And one person who never replies.
And one person who only appears when there's food involved.
Every family is different, yet somehow every family is exactly the same.
That's surprisingly true.
Do you know what I've realized?
What?
Families don't have to agree on everything to be close.
Absolutely. In fact, we don't always agree on everything, not even close.
People disagree, people make mistakes, people annoy each other.
Sometimes daily, sometimes hourly.
Lucas.
What? I'm being realistic.
Fair enough. But even when we disagree, we care about each other. And I think that's what really matters.
I agree. Because at the end of the day, family isn't about always thinking the same way. It's about showing up for each other when life gets difficult.
That's such a good way to say it.
And honestly, I can always count on my family. Whenever something goes wrong, whenever I need advice, whenever I need support, they're there.
I feel exactly the same. Family is an important part of my life, not because everything is perfect, but because those relationships matter.
You know what I find interesting? When we're younger, we spend a lot of time thinking about the past. As we get older, we start thinking about future memories too.
I love that idea. Future memories.
The memories we haven't made yet. The family dinners that haven't happened yet. The holidays that haven't happened yet. The conversations that haven't happened yet.
That's beautiful, because honestly, I hope to make more memories with them. More trips, more celebrations, more ordinary days together.
Sometimes ordinary days become the memories we treasure most.
Exactly. And when I think about everything we've talked about today, my parents, my siblings, my grandparents, my relatives, all those memories.
What comes to mind?
A simple thought. I'm lucky to have my family.
Me too, Mizu. Me too. You know, Mizu, if someone asks me to describe family in just a few sentences, I'd probably use some of the patterns we just practiced. They're simple, but they're incredibly useful.
Let's look at a few together. You'll notice that they're easy to personalize.
For example, my family means. My family means a lot to me. My family means everything to me. My family means more to me than money. My family means the world to me.
Here's another one. I enjoy. I enjoy spending time with my family. I enjoy talking with my parents. I enjoy visiting my grandparents. I enjoy celebrating holidays with my relatives.
Notice how flexible that pattern is. You can use it for almost any activity.
Now try this one. We try to. We try to stay connected. We try to talk every week. We try to have dinner together. We try to visit each other more often.
A very modern family pattern is we have. We have a family group chat. We have a family tradition. We have weekly video calls. We have dinner together every Sunday.
Here's an important real-life pattern. We don't always. We don't always agree on everything. We don't always see each other. We don't always have time. We don't always think the same way.
And here's the positive follow-up. But we care about each other. But we support each other. But we stay close. But we always keep in touch.
Listen to how naturally those two patterns work together. We don't always agree on everything, but we care about each other.
That's real life, isn't it? Families aren't perfect. Relationships aren't perfect. But they're still valuable.
One more useful pattern. I can always count on my family. I can always call my parents. I can always ask my brother for advice. I can always rely on my family.
And finally, I hope to. I hope to make more memories with them. I hope to visit them soon. I hope to spend more time with them. I hope to see them during the holidays.
What's nice about these patterns is that they're not only useful for English, they make you think about your own life too.
That's why conversations about family are so powerful. Everybody has stories. Everybody has memories. Everybody has people they care about.
And when English connects to your real life, it becomes much easier to remember.
Exactly. Because you're not practicing random sentences anymore. You're talking about people who actually matter to you.
Okay, Lucas, we've talked about family for quite a while today. Let's see how much we remember.
Uh-oh, this sounds like a test.
Don't worry, it's a friendly test. First question, how many people are in your family?
There are 4 people in my family. What about you, Mizu?
I come from a bigger family, so there are more people in mine. Okay, next question. Are you the oldest or youngest child?
Neither. I'm right in the middle. The forgotten middle child.
Still talking about that?
I will never let it go. What did you learn from your parents?
I learned kindness, patience, and responsibility. How about you?
I learned the value of hard work, and probably 1,000 other things I didn't appreciate until I got older.
Good answer. Next one. Do you get along with your siblings?
Much better now than when we were kids. How about you?
Same. We used to argue sometimes, but we're very close now.
Okay, my turn. What's your favorite family memory?
That's difficult. Probably family trips and holiday gatherings. Those memories are very special to me. What about you?
Family dinners. The conversations, the stories, the laughter, even the arguments sometimes.
Last question. How often do you talk to your family?
I talk to my parents almost every day. And you?
As often as I can, because time goes by faster than we think.
That's true.
And that's exactly why family matters. You know, Lucas, when we started today's lesson, I thought we were just going to talk about family vocabulary and useful English sentences.
Same in here. But somewhere along the way, it became a conversation about people. The people who raised us, the people who grew up with us, the people who helped shape who we are.
Exactly. And that's why family is such a powerful topic for learning English, because you're not talking about something from a textbook. You're talking about your own life, your own stories, your own memories.
And honestly, those are the easiest conversations to have, because nobody knows your life better than you do. You already have the ideas, you just need the English to express them.
Today, we practiced 50 useful sentences, but hopefully you also noticed something else. You don't need hundreds of complicated expressions to have a meaningful conversation.
A few simple patterns can go a very long way, especially when you're talking about something real.
So after this video, don't just close the lesson and move on. Take a minute. Think about your family. Think about your parents, your brothers and sisters, your grandparents, the people who have been part of your journey.
And then try speaking, even if it's just one sentence, even if it's just two, because every fluent English speaker started with simple sentences too.
And if you'd like to practice, we'd love to hear from you. Tell us about your family in the comments. How many people are in your family? Are you the oldest child, the youngest child, or somewhere in the middle like Lucas?
A difficult life that few people truly understand.
You're never letting that go, are you?
Never.
Tell us about a favorite family memory, or tell us something special you've learned from your parents or grandparents.
And don't worry about making mistakes. This comment section is for learning, not for being perfect.
That's right. Every sentence you write is practice. Every comment is a chance to improve. And every little step brings you closer to speaking English with confidence.
Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Whether you're watching from home, on a bus, during a lunch break, or somewhere on the other side of the world, we're really glad you're here.
We appreciate every view, every comment, every like, and every person who chooses to learn English with us.
If today's lesson helped you, don't forget to like the video and share it with a friend who's learning English too.
And if you're new to Go English, subscribe and join our learning family. We'll keep helping you build real English for real life, one conversation at a time.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep speaking, and keep believing that your English can improve one conversation at a time.
Take care of yourselves. And if your family is nearby today, maybe give them a call.
That's probably a better use of your time than arguing in a family group chat.
He's not wrong. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. See you in the next Go English lesson. Bye, everyone.